Welcome back everyone, and celebration today in the spotlights. We have our sound back and running. We were off for about 5 days. We had air conditioning leaking all over the place, etc. So I'm back and I will be posting my one video a day. I'll have to catch up a couple. And this one is for the beginners again, and it's just the basic rock beat. So just playing the bass drum, bass, snare, boom, ba, boom, ba. Very important to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, etc., etc. This is also a nice method if you're a teacher and maybe you're new to teaching and you've got beginner students. Most of my students are beginners and intermediates, and you want to just get them into it quickly. It's a 6-step process. It works really well. I think it's pretty standard across the board. A lot of teachers would use this. So hopefully this will be of some use to you guys. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Oh, and also just to tell you, this beat, if you listen to something like Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, it uses the same drum beat. So it's very important to be very precise on it. Don't worry about speed, guys. Be precise. Counting 1 and 2 and 3. It's all about precision. Remember, precision, precision, precision. No one cares how fast you can play. They care how you play and how you sound. So I hope I sound good. Right, so here we are at the drum kit, and we're ready to do this basic rock beat. Very straightforward. We're going to start with the bass drum, and on the bass drum we're just going to play on beats 1 and beats 3. Okay, so beats 1 and beats 3, and it's very important to count. Do not rush. If you have a click, even play along to a click track. I will play it without a click. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right, that's step number 1. Step number 2. The snare drum is played on beats 2 and 4. We also call this the backbeat. This is the beat that the rest of the band is listening to for the timing in rock music, rock and pop. It's always this backbeat. Doesn't really matter what you're playing here or wherever. This is what cracks through. Bam! You're going to hear this one cracking through. That's like the metronome in rock, okay? In this type of rock, straightforward rock, all the basic stuff, you've always got a strong backbeat or snare drum. Okay, and it's played on beats 2 and 4, and we go like this. Now remember to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right, so we've got our bass drum and we've got our snare drum. Bass drum is played on beats 1 and 3. The snare drum is played on beats 2 and 4. Now we're going to play the bass drum and the snare drum together. Just these two. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, the next step is we need to add the hi-hat. Okay, the hi-hat's very important because this is also the timekeeper. The band is listening to this. They want to hear that because that will crack through all the music. It'll penetrate through. When you play in a gig or whatever you play in the band, this is what they're going. 1, 2, 3. They can count according to that. Okay, this one is pretty much for you to keep time as well. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if I speed this one up, then these two will speed up. The bass and the snare. If I slow it down, they'll slow down. So remember, if you're speeding, just slow down your right hand, or if you're dragging, you're going too slowly, speed up your right hand. But we're going to do it very slowly for the beginners, and we'll start like this. I'll just very quickly give you the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now we're going to add, we're now on step 4. We're going to add the bass drum with this. So we'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, I think you got that. So we're now going to go to step 5. I'll give you 3 guesses what step 5 is. Okay, step 5 is the hi-hat with the snare drum. No bass drum. Okay, just the hi-hat and the snare. Remember to count so that you remember to come in on the 2. And it goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that was step number 5. As I said, it's a 6-step process, so we are now on step 6. Step 6 is we're just going to add the snare and the bass together with the hi-hat. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, but persevere and go back through the steps if you're struggling with your timing. But this is why it's important to count, guys. So here we go. This is the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right, guys, so that's the basic, that is the basic rock beat in 4/4 timing, meaning we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let me see if I can find a backing track of Michael Jackson so you can kind of hear this being played with the song. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to play a few bars from the song Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, and yeah, just so you can get an idea. This is actually from the Trinity Rock and Pop curriculum. I think it's like a grade 1 song. I'll just play a few bars just so you can see how this is applied in reality. Okay, so here we go. I think we're recording. Okay, something like that. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching the video. As usual, well, let's get in the spotlight. Woo, in the spotlight. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Please share it with your friends wherever you can. As I said, we've got a lot of stuff coming. We're going to have about 3 different categories within this YouTube channel. One of them will be African music as well. I'll also be showing relationships between African drumming and how we can apply it on the drum set. That will be for more advanced sort of players. And also there'll be some motivational stuff on another site as well, like more for healing with drums, etc., etc. So please like it. Thank you for being here. Always happy, always grateful. If we have gratitude in our lives, everything will come to us. Peace.